Okay, this is Dharma Chameleon. It's a body weight based Tabata workout, meaning it can be done just with body weight and be very effective, but there is some dumbbells that can be used as progressions just to add some more resistance. It's a Tabata workout, so 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, alternating for a 4-minute interval. Go through the exercises one at a time. You can use timing to bring you through using an app, or you can just go with counting the reps. So I'll give a prescribed rep number for each exercise. You can take a 10-second break, do the reps again, 10-second break. If you're one of the people who prefers to do it that way, by all means. It's an excellent workout for loosening up tight muscles and restoring posture while helping with overall fitness. We're gonna get started. The first one is the chest stretch stationary lunges. Now for this one here, you have your palms together with your thumbs pointing up. Okay, you're gonna have one leg all the way forward, one leg all the way back, just like this. You bend the knees to lunge down till the back knees just shy of the ground. Come up, swing the arms open in a chest stretch. Swing the arms open in a chest stretch, okay? Just like this. Notice that my feet are staying in place. A lot of people think you're gonna be stepping back and forth, but no, we're just going up and down. So just from the front here, you'll see that it's just down, and then I swing my arms horizontally out to the sides, and I'm just opening up those tight chest muscles, because a lot of times we get tight in the front from sitting all day long, so this helps open us up for the workout. Now, one of the progressions that you can do here is to do that chest stretch from the bottom of the lunge. So I go down, I pause, chest stretching up, pause, chest stretching up. The reason that's harder is because when I'm paused, and my knee is floating, that's going to work the leg muscles harder to pause in that posture, because that's when we're working hardest, is right at the bottom of the lunge there. So that is certainly one of the progressions you can do. A further progression you could do is to have your rear foot elevated on something. So I could put my rear foot up on the bench, and I could just do the lunge, chest stretch, lunge, chest stretch. Or if I want, I could do the chest stretch from the bottom and up. Having the foot elevated on a bench, a step, anything of the like, is going to help open up the hip flexors more and really hit you in the glutes more. So it really helps in a robust way to work the pelvic area. Now, the next exercise is butt kicker squats. For this one here, I typically have the palms pressed together like this. I have you squat down and touch your elbows to your thighs. Stand up, kick a heel to the butt. Squat, heel to butt. Squat, heel to butt. Just like that. You're really stretching out the quads here, trying to bring the heel to the butt. So it's down, heel to butt. Down, heel to butt. Now a progression here, and I often give people the progression, is to do this holding the dumbbell vertically in front of your chest like this, cupping the top end plate, and the heavier the dumbbell you use, the more you're going to feel this. So once again, go down till your elbows touch your thighs, heel to butt, elbows to thighs, heel to butt. That's going to loosen up your quads. If you have tight quads especially, you may not get a stretch if you're already pretty loose. That's fine. You're going to be working single leg balance. In addition, you're activating more of the hamstrings when you do that movement. So there are other benefits, even if you're not getting the stretch benefit. There will be benefits for everybody, okay? Now the next exercise is the forward bend and air row combo. Okay, so what we're doing here is this. You would be set up in front of a bench or something like that. I'm just going to use this little mini fridge. You bend forward on one leg. You can just tap your hands down on this for balance. Then when you come up, you do a row like this, squeezing the upper back. Bend forward, row. Bend forward, row. So what I'm doing is I'm tightening up my upper back. This row motion is done like this. Then I go with the forward bend, row, okay? Previously, with the lunges, we'd opened up tight chest muscles. This is now activating all of the muscles in the mid-upper back. Just activating them, tightening them up, working them posturally, just to help straighten up potentially slouched forward posture, just to help optimize your posture. And we're just combining that with a single leg balance exercise, being the forward bend. Now, you can make it harder. I get people typically to step the raised leg down between each rep. So you would go like this, bend forward on one leg, step the raised foot down to reset your balance. Oh, sorry, forgot the row there. Step the raised foot down. But if you want to challenge your balance more, then you don't step the raised foot down. You just kind of keep it elevated the whole time. Okay, so it would look like this. Then I balance, then you balance on one leg, and you do the row. Okay, so that's a progression you can add in should you feel ready. Now the next exercise we're going to be doing is the bent over side leg raises. So for this one here, you have both hands on one thigh. Now this leg that I'm working, typically I point the foot inward, okay? So you're just going to have your foot and it's going to be angled in like that. Then from that position there, you just keep it angled in and you raise it up and out to the side. Both hands are on the stance thigh. You're going to be surprised at how much this works. This glute, okay, the one that you're standing on, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I feel it more there than the one that's working. And the reason is that that glute has to do a lot of work to keep your hips balanced while doing this bent over side leg raise. So this is going to work a lot of single leg stance stability. It's working the hip abductors, raising the leg out to the side, glute medius, glute minimus, works a bit of the glute maximus as well. Overall, it's a great exercise for the glutes. Now, the next one we're going to be doing, and of course, if you wanted to, a progression there is to, instead of having both hands here, okay, if I have both hands on my hips, then now what I'm doing is I'm really working my low back more. Here I was taking work off the low back. Here I'm now working the low back. Okay, so that is certainly one of the progressions you're welcome to do. And if you have them, a further one, I know it's not on the sheet, but usually that's what I do. I throw the bonuses in the video. A further one is if you have a looped, closed loop, elastic mini band, well, you can place that around the knees, or you can place that around your ankles if you want to, and that's going to add an additional intensity through the elastic resistance just to work those muscles even harder. So those are some different options if you have the need to increase the intensity there. Now the next one we're going to do, I love this one because it is so good for shoulder health. It's a front and back clap push-up. So it's really good for rotating the shoulder blades up and down. A lot of times people have shoulder problems due to a malrotation of that shoulder blade. Either it's upward rotated or it's downward rotated. And it's one of the things that at the time of this video, people don't check for, okay? Exercises like this will help out with scapular dyskinesis and helps to just balance and harmonize out scapular rotation by helping us work into those ranges we don't normally work. Anyway, that's a lot of blah, blah, blah science. Basically, it's just going to help you prevent injury. So what you're going to do here, and I'll just demonstrate it for you before I show you, you're going to be going down into a push-up. When you get to the bottom of the push-up, take your hands off the ground, clap in front of you, put them on the ground, push up. You get to the bottom of the push-up, arc your arms around, slap yourself in the outside of the thighs. So we're doing a front clap at the bottom, back clap at the bottom, okay? So I will now demonstrate the full exercise, and typically we'll do this from the knees, all right? So you'll have your ankles flexed, toes tucked under, you go all the way down, front clap, all the way up, all the way down, clap the thighs. Front clap, clap the thighs, okay? From the side, you'll see and if you want to progress it, you can just do a full push-up. All right, so overall you're going to feel that's going to work a lot of the shoulders, and it's going to work your shoulders in very unique ways. Now, the next one we're going to be doing, this exercise I really love because of all the benefits. It's a side plank butterfly. Now for this, we're going to get into the side plank position. You want to have your elbow down, stacked directly below the shoulder, okay? You're going to have your legs stacked, knees bent, so that the legs point behind you. And you lift your hips up from the side, okay? So right now I'm holding myself up. This top hand is behind the ear. I'm pushing my elbow all the way back, squeezing my upper back muscles, then I release it forward. Squeeze the upper back muscles, release it forward. So I'm tightening up my upper back improving upper body posture while working lateral core endurance. All right? And if you want to, you can go on to the progression, which is you do this from your feet. And when you do it from the feet, you separate the feet by a fist distance. So for this, I like to have you can go top foot back, bottom foot forward, separated by a fist, and you would just go like this. Squeeze, release. Squeeze, release. Okay? Much, much harder. There's a big difference between that one. So, and the knee variation, the foot variation is very, very advanced. So don't feel guilty, don't feel bad if you find it's too hard. Nothing wrong with you. It's way harder than it looks, okay? Now the last one here we're gonna do is the reach across hand plank. So this is gonna work trunk stability, rotational stability, a whole bunch of different things. I'm gonna be doing this from the hands. However, if you have an issue, we can do this from the forearms instead, just so that it's not, because some people have they have sensitive wrists when they do this kind of an exercise. So what you would be doing is holding yourself up in a top push-up position like this, reach under and across, and you're just touching the front of the opposite thigh. So from the front, it'll look like this. Now, sometimes I got people to go up on their fists. Okay, so here I'm up on my fists instead of my hands. That can be easier for some people. All right? It toughens up the knuckles if you're in a combat sport as well. Back when I used to be a competitive kickboxer, they used to have us do stuff like that from our bare fist on concrete. And we'd get calluses on our knuckles, but it helped us in the sport we were competing in. Now, so you can do it from your fists if you need to, or you can do it from your forearms. You just go down like this, you just reach under and across, and touch the front of the thigh. So those will give you some different options. So once again, this is Dharma Chameleon. There were some variations where a couple of the exercises you may be able to use some weights or some other implements. Otherwise, it's largely a body weight focused workout. And it's excellent for realigning posture, restoring and straightening up posture, and general fitness. You can get it done just about anywhere. I'm sure you'll love it just as much as many other people have.